Hey, you are doing your morning routines the wrong way. We're going to talk about the bad morning mistakes that you're making, and I'm going to show you the 1, 2, 3 steps that are going to help you get more done, make more money, and achieve everything that you want to in life. My name is Craig Ballantyne. I've written this book called The Perfect Day Formula. You can get a copy at freeperfectdaybook.com. And so in that book, we show you exactly how to design your days. Most people are still screwing up their mornings, so it drives me freaking nuts. I've had too much caffeine, all right? I apologize in advance if I get a little crazy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to download some of the mistakes so you can stop making them. The biggest mistake that we see is that, first of all, people are wasting the morning in these perverse forms of procrastination, which I call these extensive morning routines. And you probably know somebody, maybe you are guilty of it, where you are doing gratitude journaling and freeform journaling, and then you go into yoga, and then you do meditation, and then you do interpretive dance. And this is your morning, and you get up at 5 o'clock because you're one of those 5 a.m. club people, because you think like, oh, if I'm in the 5 a.m. club, I'm going to be successful. That's not how it works. And the next thing you know, it's 7:30 in the morning, you've been up for 2.5 hours and you've done nothing. Well, listen, I get it. I do meditation, I do yoga, I do some journaling, but I don't sacrifice success for those habits. Instead, I use those habits to support my success. Now, what I want you to do is to audit your morning and make sure that you're not doing too much. Now, the next mistake that I see people make is that they're putting their to-do list together in the morning. If you're doing your to-do list in the morning, it's already too late. That's when you have the greatest willpower, discipline, and intention to attack the day, to eat that frog. And if you never heard that phrase by Mark Twain said, if you have to eat a frog, the best thing to do is eat it first thing in the morning. And the best thing to do if you have to eat 2 frogs is to eat the biggest frog first. What the heck is he talking about? Why am I talking about eating frogs? Starbucks doesn't sell frogs. Why would I go there and eat one? Well, here's the thing. What that really means is that if you have a big project that you have to work on, we all know that in the morning, we will get some of it done. But if we try and do it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, there's way too many things, way too many fires, way too many emergencies. The kids are puking at school and dogs pooping at home on the floor, and we got to get home, and there's all these problems in our life. Maybe one of your employees is pooping on the floor or puking at school. So who knows? In the afternoon, you aren't getting work done in your big project. It has to be done in the morning. And if you're doing your to-do list, you're eating up that important time in the morning. So you got to do your to-do list the night before. And then another big mistake that people make is they're trying to get up too early in the morning. And I get it. The 5 a.m. club, it sounds like a cool kids club, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee success. I get up earlier than that, but that's not the secret. The secret is making sure that when you get up, you focus on something important. So remember this phrase. It's not about the hour that you get up. It's about what you do with the hours that you are up. It's about what you do with the hours that you are up. So if you get up really early in the morning and you waste all that time on extensive morning routines and then to doing your to-do list, you're actually going to be behind the person that gets more sleep than you, that gets up and is focused and works on their thing. So let's go through the 3 things that you need to do, that you need to change in your daily routine so that you become more successful, so that you become that high performer. So the very first thing you need to do is what's called a brain dump. You're going to do this at the end of the day. You're going to do all 3 of these things at the end of the day in order to have a great morning. So you do a brain dump. A brain dump is where you take all those things that you have to do tomorrow and you get them down on paper. Like, oh, I got to email Roger and I got to prepare for that phone call and I have to create that PowerPoint and then I have to write a 500-word summary memo to the team. Okay, great. Those are all the things you have to do, and you have to pick up milk and you have to pick up the kids and you have to go to the gym, and great. Now you've gotten it out and you see the entire mess of tomorrow right in front of you. Now, the next thing you do is a priority to-do list. This is where you do the to-do list. You do it the night before and you organize all those 18 things. So the number one thing I have to do tomorrow is write that memo to the team, then do that PowerPoint presentation, and then have that conversation with Roger. And if I do those 3 things, that'll be an amazing day. and you can't overplan your day. Don't, as I say in my book, The Perfect Week Formula, which you can get at perfectweekformula.com, another free copy of that book, is I say that too many entrepreneurs, too many high performers like you try and put 10 pounds of potatoes in a 5-pound bag. And what that means is you're trying to do way too much. And when you try and do way too much, you get really frustrated. And when you have too many things on your to-do list, you do the easy ones first. You don't eat that frog. And the next thing you know, you're like, I should eat that frog at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And another emergency comes your way, somebody's pooping in the corner, and your day is just shot. So you gotta do that first thing. So you got your to-do list. Now most successful people stop here, but what I found after studying people like Ted Rogers, who was a billionaire in Canada, he was the most prepared negotiator in the room. And by studying Bill Belichick, who was the most prepared football coach in the NFL, and that's why he's had a dynasty. And studying Tom Brady, who's the most prepared football player in the league. And you study all of these people, whether they're war generals, whether they are great authors, whether they are female leaders or male leaders, it doesn't matter. Whether it's Oprah or Elon Musk, they are the most prepared person in the battle. And so what you need to do after you have your to-do list is prepare. You have to start that preparation. You have to make the path smoother. So I'm a writer. And if I write and I go, okay, tomorrow I have to write down, I have to write chapter 2 for my book, and I put that at number 1 at the top of the priority to-do list, then all I need to do now is just write down a couple of topics for chapter 2, and I'm gonna wake up the next morning, I'm gonna go right to my computer, the words are gonna pour out of me, I'm gonna eat that frog, and I'm gonna be super successful in just a few minutes every morning. Not in hours of these morning routines, but I'm gonna be super productive. So the last thing I wanna say is that, again, it's not about that hour you get up, it's about what you do with the hours that you are up. And when I was a broke, struggling personal trainer at the age of 25, and I didn't want to be a broke, struggling personal trainer anymore, I wanted to build an online business. I want to build an online business that would allow me to work anytime, anywhere, and I've been able to make money in Dubai, I've been able to make money in Africa, I've been able to make money in Australia, all while on, quote unquote vacation. And it's a beautiful thing because I did this. I got up 15 minutes earlier than I wanted to. I didn't join the 5 a.m. club. I just got up 15 minutes earlier in the morning than I wanted to. And I sat down and I worked on my number 1 priority in life. I had that frog ready to go in the morning and I ate that frog. And it wasn't fun and I didn't want to do it. But in 18 months, I was free. I was able to build a 6-figure online business. And then years later, I was able to download that advice and I gave it to a young man named Jason Capital at the age of 19, and he became a millionaire at age 24. And then I worked with high-performing female entrepreneurs like Shanda Sumpter and Isabel Price, and I helped show them the way to have great days. And now they work from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m., run 8-figure businesses, spend time with their kids all afternoon. Wouldn't you like to have that? Wouldn't you love that? Wouldn't you like to be like Bedros Keuilian, who went from anxiety attacks to a $50 million a year business because he does this? He calls it GSD time. He gets up every morning, he spends a little bit of time in gratitude with his dog. He then goes from GSD time from 6 a.m. till 9 a.m. Then he does his workout after. Way too many people are doing their workouts before and it just delays and prolongs their actual productivity. So I'm challenging you on this. You will, if you love doing meditation, if you love doing yoga, if you love working out, if you love doing Bible study, you will make time for those things over the course of the day because they are important to you. But if you're using them right now to procrastinate in the morning on your productivity, you're going to have a bad morning every morning. And you're going to be frustrated and you're going to be what I call struggling. When people come to me, they come to me because they're struggling. They're stuck and they're struggling. They know they're capable of so much more. They know they should have more money. They know they should have more success, and they're not. And why are they not? Because their morning routines are failing them. And when your morning routine fails you, then your day fails you. And when your day fails you, your week fails you, your month fails you, and the next thing you know, you're a year older, no further ahead, probably overweight, probably in more debt, probably not have more money in the bank because it all broke down here. So now we fix it. We fix it, my friend. So what you're going to go do is you're going to go and get my book, freeperfectdaybook.com. You're going to start there. If you've read that book, you go to perfectweekformula.com, you go to the next level. And if you've done that, you go to craigballantyne.com and you apply to work with me at my highest coaching level, like all those people that I mentioned who are making millions because they have their days in order, all right? So I can't wait for you to be my next success story, all right? Go and start with those books and then go to craigballantyne.com to apply to work with me, and we'll see you soon.